Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Lucky Felt. My name is Todd Hoover, and I like to design roulette strategies for you guys to review, evaluate, modify, and make your own. Today, we have a very, very unique strategy. But before we begin, please, please, please like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the infotainment. I have over 40 or 50 videos of different roulette strategies, and please share this with anybody you may know that will enjoy this infotainment. Okay, now let's get started with the strategy. The signal strategy is a dynamic multi-mode system where the result of the previous spin is a signal that dictates the type of risk level on your next bet. You will shift between three different betting types: low, medium, and high. Okay? So you know. In martial arts, a master doesn't just throw random punches. They watch their opponent studying their every move: a low jab, a high kick, a moment of imbalance. Each is a signal that dictates the perfect response. A master is patient in defense, balanced in exchange, and explosive in attack, but only when the moment is right. This strategy treats the roulette wheel as your opponent. You do not force your will upon it. You listen to the story it tells you, one spin at a time. The wheel's results are the signals, and now you're the master who has the perfect response for each one. When the wheel gives you a low signal, 1 to 12, it's being cautious. You adopt the patient stance, a defensive guard that most of the board, grinding out small wins while you wait and watch. Okay, your defensive stance is going to be 2 dozen bets. When the wheel gives you a medium signal, so it hits between 13 and 24, the second dozen, it has a balance move. You respond in kind with a balanced stance, a calculated strike on the outer edges of the board for a meaningful win. So you're going to be betting a 6-line bet or double streets. You'll be betting the 1 to 6 and the 31 to 36. But when the wheel overextends and gives you a high signal, it hits in the third dozen, or it hits a 0. It has left itself wide open. This is the moment you've been waiting for. You instantly switch to the counterattack stance, abandoning all defense to launch a devastating high payout jackpot. Your finishing move to capitalize on the critical opening. Okay? So we're going to get through this really quick, and I'll show you the betting progression on it. It's really super, super simple. So right now, we're going to just start with the first bet. Even though it hit in the 13, we're just going to start with the first bet. And your first bet is you place 2 units on the second dozen and 2 units on the third dozen. So we're using $10 as our units, a $2,000 bankroll. If you want to use $5 units, use a $1,000 bankroll. And if you want to use $1 units, use a $500 bankroll. Excuse me, guys, I was yawning. Okay, so we won that, but the bet hit a low signal. It hit in the first 12. So all we're going to do is just rebet and spin. Okay, you change your bet depending on which dozen or signal it gives you. Wow, there we go. Now we get into the high move. So you're going to pick 5 numbers, and it tells you, according to AI, which ones to pick. So I'm going to pick the ones that AI pick. I might switch it up as we go, especially if one hits. So your bet is determined by your level. Now you don't increase your bet. We lost that. You just rebet because it's a 0. So this is the stage that we're on when it hits a 0 or a third dozen. Wow, 2 zeros in a row. Okay. Not a big issue. We just rebet and spin, hoping for one of those numbers to hit. There's an 18. It didn't hit. So now we switch back to the cycle of the medium bet because it hit in the middle dozen. So your medium cycle bet are the 2 outside 6-line bets at 2 units apiece. You do not adjust your bet. You do not raise it. You do not lower it. Your bet is all based on the numbers that come out. So since it hit high, we go back to the placing of 5 single bets. And there's a 32. We missed it. So we still stay high. And we place our bet again. And we are spinning. And there's a 2. I think we got it. Excellent. Okay, now we can start over. We're up $50. It hit 2. So we put 2 units. Your low bet or your low signal bet is the 2 dozens, the first and second. We hit it. But we hit the medium signal. So now we go to the outside bets at 2 units. Okay? And we spin. And you're just waiting to see what hits for your next bet. And there's a 35. So it hit high. Even though we won, we're up 150. We're still going to make that that bet. So the 2 hit last time. So I'm going to take that one out. And I'm going to play the 34 and 28 this time. And then I need one more. Let's go with the 19. Okay? You don't have to pick the same 5. Even though it did work pretty well for us, didn't it? There's a 34. Excellent. We hit that. Okay, we're up 460. Wow. Already. Okay, but it hit high again. So we have to stay with that high bet. But since it hit 34 already, I'm going to take that 34 and I'm going to move it to the 27. Okay, and we're betting. We're up 460. I would cash out already if I was you guys. Okay, and we missed that, but it still hit on the high side, so we still have to make that same bet. We're up 410. And there's a 30. It's still hitting high, so we still have to make that same bet. Okay, you don't add to your bet, you don't decrease it. The only time you change your bet is when you get the signal to change it. And now we have the signal to change it, so we go to low. So we lost it back. We're down to 310 now. As I told you, I would have cashed out at 400, but we're going to play this for a little bit longer. Okay, so it hit. So now we go to 1020 on the outside units because the middle doesn't hit. So we play the outside double streets and the 32. I think we just missed it. No, we hit it. Excellent. But again, it hit on the high side. So now let's go ahead and place our bets. And spin. We're up 410. And a 0. So we just stay right here. 0 is just like a third dozen. The wheel's going wacko. So you want to basically bet your single highest bets you can bet. There's a 21. So we're going to move back down to the $20 on each corner. Each double street on the ends. The extreme double streets. The high and low. And we almost hit that 1. So let's go back to our 5 unit bet. And let's spin. See what it gives us now. We're down to 270. There's an 11. So that's going to be a low. So then we just go 1020, 1020. And you bet the 2 dozens. Okay, and what do we get here? I get a 28, so that's going to be a high. So you can see how it shifts around. Okay, and we're betting. We're still up 180. I would have cashed out at 400, guys. But that's just me. We need to play this a little bit longer. Now we're at 490. Okay, so we hit the low. So that means we go to the 2 dozen bets. So you see, you're not increasing your bets. You're not lowering your bets. You're keeping the same bets. Just 3 standard bets. You have a $40, $20 on each 2 dozens. Then you have a $40, $20 on each double streets. And then you have a $50 bet or 10 units on 5 single numbers. And that's it. That's your betting process. Okay? Over there we go. And we're up. It hit small, so we just stay with the 2 dozens. If it hits in the middle, then we go to the double streets. But as long as it hits small, we'll keep taking these wins. Guys, we're already up at 570. Just so you know, the signal strategy is working out really well. Okay? So yeah, my big suggestion on this type of strategy, if you hit a single number and you're way in profit, you just stick with it, buddy. You just take your money and you run. Okay, we're already up 610. And there's a 15, so we'll get this bet out. So even though we won it, we still move it to the outsides because it hit in the second dozen. Your medium signal. Okay, there's a 19, so we still keep the bet the same. Repeat, you don't add or take away from your bet. 630 was our high, I believe. There's a 22. It's still in the middle, so you just keep the bet the same. And we're spinning. You got a 12. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the lower side. And you just let the wheel dictate. So if it's in the first dozen, you bet your 2 dozens, just like we're doing. If it hits in the second dozen, you bet your 2 double streets, the 1 to 6, and the last one, 36 to, was it 30 to 31 to 36? Yeah, okay. So, but when it hits high like that, that's when you take your advantage. That's when you make your switch to the bet that's going to get you where you need to be. There's our $5. 6 hit again. Excellent. Did we bet it this time? Oh, we didn't bet it. I should have listened to the description. Okay. So we hit 6, 10, 20, 10, 20. That's no big deal. It's a $50 loss. We're spinning. And we get a 5, so we'll stay right here. And return and spin. And see what we get here. And there's a 30. So guess what we're doing? We're going high numbers. This time I am not playing the 6. I know it. And see what we get here. 28. We got it. Excellent. That is a fantastic win. We're up $730. Okay, it hit high. So we can continue to play the high. So let's play 34, 27, 17, 2, 6. Let's play 2, 8 this time because we're still on the high side. There's a 31. Still going to be on the high side, so we're going to keep the bet the same. Repeat and spin. We're up 630. I think 730 was, or 680, 730 was our high. And there's a 17. What do you know? Bam! Another huge hit. $990 there. Let's play to 1,000. A little bit over 1,000, and then we'll call it a day. But this is called the signal strategy. It's a unique system. You do not increase your bet. There's a betting patterns based on where the ball lands. So that's going to be a high signal right there. So let's do the high signal again. So let's go 28.32. Let's go 20 this time. Let's go 2.6. There we go. Not playing the 17 because it hit last time. 2 hit. Fantastic. Another big, huge win, guys. I don't know why this wins. I don't know why AI picked these particular numbers, but they seem to work. So look at the description below, and it'll show you the numbers. The numbers that AI says that you should bet are 25, 2, 17, 34, and 6. I do change it up. Base and you will lose. I mean, I lost when I didn't bet the 6 like I was supposed to, but as you can see, the system works fantastic. You're not martingaling, you're not chasing losses, you're just betting and progressing and hoping you hit one of those single numbers. I mean, 5 out of 36 is you're taking a huge chance. That's a low odds, but for some reason it just keeps, as you see, it just keeps hitting. And I don't know why, but I enjoy the system. I like that it's not a martingale, and I like that you're not really chasing your bets. You're just letting the wheel determine where your bets go. You guys let me know what you think about this system, the signal strategy, and I look forward to hearing your comments about it. Y'all have a fantastic day, and look forward to hearing what you have to say. Thanks, guys. Bye.